Hello, everyone. Welcome to A Homebaked kind of day as part of the Breaking Ground Festival. My name is Britt, and I am one of the many people that make Homebaked Community Lent Trust. It's really exciting to see so many of you here today for a Saturday morning coffee together, and we are really looking forward to this day and this session with you. I just wanted to start the session by offering a tiny bit of context. So to start with, Breaking Ground. What is Breaking Ground? So Breaking Ground is our regional hub and network for community-led housing organizations, or for the ones aspiring to take on common ownership or stewardship over land and assets. It offers consultancy and guidance as well as peer-to-peer learning opportunity, and it also aims to raise awareness of what is possible for community-led housing in this region and beyond. And this festival is the launch of Breaking Ground as an organisation in Liverpool. And for the ones who join us from a community-led housing organisation or any community-led organisation, you know how important it is to learn from each other and to have some hand-holding and some guidance figuring out how to do this kind of work together. So we are really excited that this is happening. And Homebaked Community Land Trust is a community land trust, as the word says, in Everton and Anfield in Liverpool. We are about 10 years into the process of moving from what I would say was a seed of protest to becoming, and I'm going to be really ambitious here because I think it's important to say ambitious things and aim for ambitious things. We are moving to becoming a community-led motor for sustainable neighbourhood development, providing places for people to live, to work and to play that we can all afford now and in the future. And after having saved our local bakery from demolition and renovated the bakery business space and created a home above, we are finally able to transform 9 terraces next to the bakery into affordable homes and additional business spaces. And we're really proud and happy to be at this space, and many of you have been part of making that happen, and you know that it has been a bumpy journey, and we're really excited to be here. We have reached this stage thanks to really good partnerships, inspiring individuals, and lots of pulling and pushing power, and a lot of community tenacity. And yeah, if you want to read any more about it, you can go on our website. But when Breaking Ground asked us to participate in the festival, we decided that rather than telling our story again, we wanted to invite groups and people we have met or heard about on our travels over the past 10 years to tell us, and particularly you, their story, so that we can listen, we can discuss, and we can reflect, and of course we can nick ideas and replicate what makes sense for us here. So we chose 4 themes for today. This is an entire day of four events that you can take part in, one or all of them. And we've chosen those themes because they are the main strands that weave through the work that we are currently doing. And also because we wanted to understand where these strands might lead us into the future. So one is about, which we're doing now, how can we own our high streets and other neighbourhood assets of the future and support local business and local people in business. The next one, Talking Homes, will be about what is our role in the housing question? How do we create good places to live without pushing up prices? And then in the afternoon, we're going to look at how to respond to climate change at a local level and make our homes and spaces future-proof in terms of bills and carbon emissions. That's the 3rd session. And then the 4th one, last but not least, is going to be about the role of art and creativity in the development of our neighbourhoods and communities. And I think, as always with Homebaked, many of our community-led movements, art and creativity weave through it all. So brace yourself for some singing and storytelling and design kind of work. And our special thanks goes to the Arts Council for funding this event, Breaking Ground, and Paul Kelly for hosting us. And Andrew already said we have somebody who's going to be taking care of the timekeeping and tech. That's Laura. Laura, just wave. Okay. And I will be taking care of the chat, just making sure that your questions are heard and being spoken out. And I'm going to hand over to Andrew, who's hosting this session, who is one of our local members of the CLT, and who also writes a lot about social and community business. Andrew.
Thank you, Britt. So a bit of an introduction to myself, and then I'll kind of introduce the format again for those that have just arrived with us. So my name's Andrew Beattie. I'm a member of Homebaked Community Land Trust. I was on the board for about a year, 18 months, as we built and developed the flat above the bakery. As Britt said, I have a kind of an interest, a big interest, and kind of also kind of write about community projects. So organisations all over the world that do kind of remarkable work within the community. And sometimes that can be one or two people, sometimes that can be larger organisations. And so really that kind of our thinking behind this, this well, certainly kind of one of the inspirations was, you know, if you're anything like me, over the last year, you've spent an awful long time more probably plodding around your neighbourhood on foot, and kind of, you know, I think we've certainly in the lockdowns we've all experienced, you know, it's given us kind of pause to think about our kind of immediate neighbourhoods, which really have become the kind of centre of our kind of entire universe. And indeed, for me personally, probably my entire universe has probably been 5-10 minutes from my house. And it's really given us pause to think about the type of things we've got there that we cherish, the type of things that we think are missing, that we would like to be there. Interestingly, the idea of a 15-minute city has really gathered speed within the past year, and I think that's kind of reflective of the way we're all beginning to think about our high streets. And obviously Homebaked, we've been on a journey for a number of years now to kind of develop and our own high street, and kind of how we might provide space for people who have got ideas that want to bring to our high street, and how we might encourage people within our kind of community, how we might encourage our neighbours to be able to come up with ways to kind of serve people within the community. And so really today we're gonna dig into a number of ideas around that. We're really lucky and really grateful to have 3 really great stories today. As Britt explained as we were coming in, usually we would have these events and we would all sit in the front room on the high street in Homebaked and have a cup of tea together. But one of the benefits of being able to do it over Zoom is that we can invite people from all over to share their stories. And these are stories that have really inspired us. And so we're really, really grateful that they can come here today to share those. So we've got Hannah from Nudge Community Builders in Plymouth. We've got Grace from Kitty's, which is just down the road from us, the other end of our high street. And we've got Sarah from Toyen in Oslo.